Hello and welcome back to the Crossword Clog, aka Clog, Friday edition, and we are still on a streak edition, although you might want to put a little asterisk there. I did end up reaching out to one of the longtime viewers of this channel for help on the uh, the Thursday. I had one square wrong and asked for a little hint about where it was, and that's what I needed, but boy, was that a rough Thursday puzzle. And I also have a little bit of inside information that this Friday is not necessarily the best either. So I'm actually getting a early start to this puzzle. This may end up being a two-parter. It is an interesting grid shape though, kind of an odd symmetry. Hardly a quick read, could be like a tome. It's like a big, thick book. Catch a break, maybe ER ending. Shape of some desks, maybe L-shaped. Light sensitive cells. Rods, like cones and rods in your eye. Lose momentum. Okay. Paul someone. Okay. I guess that's just rock climbing, or rock climb in this case. Program. Oh, it might be the Apollo program, like the space program. Lose momentum. Oh, maybe go cold? It might be up on something. Hardly a quick read. This might be like glow. No, that doesn't work with this. Okay, well, I'll leave that for a bit. We can always come back. Um, this is Chicago is the Windy City, but I don't know what um, the light rail um, initials are. I mean, maybe it's just CHI or something. Greenhouse. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that out for now. Narrow landforms. Plateaus? Maybe something like plateau. Fly away. Maybe a shoe, like you say shoe to a fly. Best restaurant in the world. Okay. Don't know that. Maybe Thin Mints are quarter of them. Boom box contents. Maybe TNT, because TNT goes boom. Okay. It might be like jail like that in medieval terms. Like a gowler is a, or maybe it's just pronounced jailer, is sort of pronounced like that. Maybe a gag. Big metal manufacturer. Coruscate. I don't know what that means. Upper bound at a bank. Like I think of like a credit limit, but it doesn't quite work. Sorry for the dog in the background. He has a lot to say. Flow chart. I'm thinking of like a some sort of map, like a showing the currents in the ocean or something. Oh, maybe it's just ocean map. Um, biotechnology. Okay. Just keep going. Greenhouse. I don't know what the green, like which part of this is the pun. Never. There we go. Not super familiar with Tower of London history, to be honest. Sarcastic expression of gratitude. Thanks. So, yeah, it's probably thanks something. Sockets are found useful. I mean, there's like electrical sockets, but there's also like arms, etc. Blended products. Maybe smoothies. I like that. City in the Red River Delta. I don't know what the Red River is, but it could be Hanoi, Vietnam. Massive step forward, so to speak. Oh, this could be, it's like slot canyons. It's something canyons. I think slot might be right. Greenhouse. I guess it might just be ATM, like green as in money, and then house is place where you get it. I don't like that clue at all, to be honest. But I could definitely imagine that being right. Giant something. Giant. Yeah, probably giant something. Reality show. Huh. Okay. They're inclined to help beginners. Oh, maybe inclined. They're inclined to help beginners. And then bunny slopes, like when you're skiing. I like that clue. They require inspiration. This could be R2, like am not R2. Is Guess Who a reality show? I guess breaths, like respiration, like you inspire and then respire, something like that. Probably a G here. Third of the peerage ranks. I don't know what that is. I think peerage, it sounds like a, maybe I'll have to turn on Do Not Disturb as usual. Um, Peerage sounds like a like nobility thing. This could be something ER. It could be shire, like open with your uh, emotions or whatever. Disciplines could be like different disciplines, like skills. Hydrating skin care products. Probably an S here. And shire doesn't need to be right, but I like the S there. High roller. Didn't. Oh, a skull, like eye sockets. Okay. Giant. Um, okay. Probably an S here. This could be like stings, maybe. Unchanged. I'm gonna take that out. Youngest White House resident since JFK Jr. It must be Sasha Obama. There we go. Decent. I guess Gavin Newsom. Feature of many a documentary. Voiceover? Gotcha. Maybe just IC. Decent. So-so. And then numbers, I guess. Eh. Landmark. Something palace. Maybe royal palace. Giant unleap. No way, that's right, right? Thanks. Something. Eh, never. Okay. Yeah, it really doesn't need to be royal palace, but something palace. Agave nectar. Exemplary individual. This could just be smart. Bubbles in a drink. Boba, like bubble tea. You might have a bent one way or another. Unchanged. Maybe just as is. This could be Yemeni. And I guess a gem is exemplary. Could just be yay. Something easy. All too easy, maybe? I was thinking, actually, even before that this could be glean. Not that I know what course gate means, but just like the letters look right. Probably Tang Dynasty or upper bound. Loan something? Never. Okay. I guess this is co and then this is just TLC. Okay. That's some pretty good progress, but I imagine there'll be some struggle ahead. So let's just do a lap because I sort of went pretty freestyle here. Experience euphoria. Giant? I guess it doesn't need to be giant. Quantum leap. There we go. That makes way more sense. Uh, okay. High roller. Stunt. This could be teehee. Thinks a heap. Ugh. And then this is Royal Palace now. Yeoman. I forget what this is, but I've seen this word before. It's like some sort of medievalish thing, a yeoman. Never, not once. Lone cap, I guess. Oh man. I'll just come back to this. It's just two two companies crossing each other. Lovely. Um, okay. Experience euphoria. Gonna be I kind of like Noma here. Oh, maybe something on air, float on air. Chicago Transit Authority, I guess. Paul Inca. I guess a surfer, like a wave might break. A saga, and then Anka, whatever. Okay, getting there. Bringing in. Didn't go out. Oh, this could be the IRS, maybe. Well, I ending here is kind of bad. Stunt. Yeah, like I was thinking maybe like stunt double, but that doesn't fit. And stunt man and stunt woman, neither of those fit. Unless Shire is wrong, which it could definitely be. Stunt woman. I just don't get why it's a high roller. Like, I guess you're rolling in a high place and that's your stunt. Like, I don't know. That just seems like such a stretch. Okay, I'm just gonna take all of that out. Um, I don't want to pollute my mind too much. Oops, didn't go out. I mean, if this is an ED ending, not as open. Didn't go out. It could be like areas of interest. Bringing in. Could it be re something? Re. And what is this? Oh, it could be queer eye. Reeling a sail. Stunt. Something. Okay, what if this is breaths? Oh, this could be 8 in. Is the NRS a thing? Stunt. I guess an Earl. Is reeling wrong then? Stunt. Flyer? Oh, like a plane? And then sirs? Sirs. That doesn't seem right. Some hydrating. Like I can imagine serums. And I don't know what the NRS is, but scent flyer, queer eye, NRS. Sirs? Really? Like, I don't think NRI is a thing though. Like CRI, like the plural of serums. Serums. I don't think NRA, like that's not really related to the New Deal. Well, I'll keep it as an S for now. And then I think this has probably got to be a vowel. So there's InGen with like an E. That looks okay. Ungen? That doesn't look great. Alku? InGen? Alcoy? Ongen? Angen? Alcoa? Angen? Alcoa? Yeah, I feel like A or E feels the best here. Maybe I'll go with A? Nope. Oh boy. Um, CRI. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is uh, just spam all the vowels here. A E A E I O U S I A E I O U S O A E I O U S U A E I O U S. Uh-oh. Yeah, unfortunately that's all of them. So something else is wrong. Um, Although maybe that's for the best. So I was thinking, yeah, which one looks the best? I think I think A looks best there. It just looks a little bit more company-esque. I don't know how to explain that, but so high roller didn't go out. 8 in. Whew, okay. Yeah, this certainly feels wrong, but like high roller, like you're flying, so you're high in the air and you're rolling. That's the stunt part. High flyer or stunt flyer. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any like weird typos or anything. All too easy. Yeah, I think that must be right. Um, Alcoa, yeah. I mean, obviously that could be wrong. Not once. Yeoman. Thanks a heap. Sure. Quantum leap. Loa. I mean, that could be wrong, but everything else is right, so. Reefing. I mean, yeah, certainly that could be wrong, but like, if it's EE here for sure, then like this sort of has to be a consonant, so we'll come back to that. Sasha Obama, 8 in, voice over. Yeah, that obviously this looks really bad. I guess that's just numbers, as is. Apollo, go cold. Yeah, I think that seems like it has to be right. Noma, Tobin Heath. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that could certainly be wrong, but stunt flyer. Noi. They require inspiration. Breaths. Yeah. Gaves. Yeah, okay. So obviously this is my, like, sirs just seems so wrong. So can I think of, like this doesn't need to be right. Queer Eye, I feel like 100% needs to be right. Um, and then breaths, it's got to be an S there, but stunt flyer could be wrong. So if I just take out a bunch of stuff to not distract me, not as open. Like the not as just really wants the ER ending, but okay. So yeah, what if this was an S? Well, it doesn't need to be. Okay. So let's just look at every letter, see if anything jumps out. Skincare products. Says Sem. Yeah, like it just seems like Siri could be it, but or Syrah. I mean, I know I had that before, but and I just feel like 8 in just makes more sense than anything else. But like NRA is just clearly not a New Deal era org. I mean, it could be National Endowment for the Arts, but then, yeah, what could this be? Like, how could that be the ending? Not as open. Like, Earl is just Right. Not as open. Wow. Huh. I understand now why this is not why I was told that this is not a great puzzle. Um, Discipline, it's just gotta be areas. Just gotta be. And I think this just has to be breaths. Shy. And like this has to be an ER ending, you know? It's like it's one of those like process of elimination things where you just end up where you started. Um, Stunt. I feel like I've heard of reefing sales. Bringing in as a sale. And eight in is just pretty common. Like what other letter could go here? Just looking through, like nothing here is gonna be a word, right? Shied. Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense. Shies. The NSA. I don't think that's New Deal era. I don't think the NBA. So I'm like stuck with NRA, which just doesn't make sense as an answer. Like this has to be wrong. Maybe it's like the National Research Institute, and that's right. And then maybe somehow there's some letter here that works that wasn't a vowel. No. Yeah, okay, well maybe serves is a thing. Okay. Do an A there, why not? Yeah. Like I feel so confident about N and R here, and I don't feel confident about this. So let's just like look at every letter. And our Q and our W and our E. Siru and our U. I don't think that can be an organization. Could be. And our F. Research Foundation. I mean, I feel like surf would be clued very differently, but we're just trying anything at this point. Um, Surg, I don't think that's right. National something. Yeah, I like N as a start. National. National Research Bureau. Nope. National. Okay. So if I had to guess on what's the most likely, this feels the best to me versus NRA. Like NRI just seems a little better. Because I like that NRA, like how could that be right? Like it's National Rifle Association. That's not a New Deal era org. Unless maybe it just happened to be established during the New Deal era, but it's certainly not a government thing. And of course, like I don't like this Alcoa and Amgen, um, but I did try every letter with this here, so that at the very least, if it's wrong, it's not the only thing wrong. So there must be something here that I have wrong and just don't realize. And it's probably something that I haven't looked at in a while. Loa. I mean, like I said before, that could be wrong, but like sockets are found in the skull, smoothies, and then Royal Palace. Like, how could that be wrong? I mean, reefing could in theory be wrong, but I just feel like the crosses are sort of locked in at this point. Sasha, Obama. Oh man, that is so ugly if that's right. But again, it's like I can't just fixate on these two things because I've basically tried every combination there. So regardless of that, there must be something else wrong. Identifier, so this is definitely an S. Decent, so-so, and Gavin Newsom. Unchanged, as is. All of that seems good. Go cold. I mean, Anka could be wrong. I'm up on something. Float on air. Thin mints. Tobin. I mean, Tobin could be wrong, but TNT for sure. Shoe. Float on air, and then not once. Yeah. All too easy. Yep. Ocean map. Lone cap. Yep. Slot canyons. I mean, this could be wrong. Greenhouse. Yeah, I don't think that could be anything else. Distant fire. Man. The other thing I was looking at is like this cross here. Like maybe somehow the Tang Dynasty isn't real, but I can't think of what else it would be. All right, well, I've officially spent like half the time of this puzzle on these two squares. So I'm gonna take a break here. Yeah, honestly, like everything else about the puzzle is like pretty good. Um, like there's some great stacks in here, but man, whatever's going on in here is just awful. And this is sort of like an unexcusable cross. Um, but yeah, all right, well, I will come back probably after work with hopefully fresh eyes. See you then. And we're back. As you can see, even New York Times thinks I'm basically done with this crossword. It is, I think, almost 12 hours later. Um, and hopefully I'm in a very different mindset than I was in the beginning, and I should just be able to quickly figure out whatever was wrong and get it done. So I'm going to start this with a maybe slower than usual lap. Just make sure I um, look at everything here. I think that looks great. I can imagine that being wrong. Lone cap. Yeah, I think that must be right. I'm up on something. Could be in on, but all the other crosses are good. Alcoa. It could be like Alcom or something. Yeah, yeah. Um, well, Glean could be wrong. Gleam? Coruscate. It could be Gleam. Coruscate. I mean, Gleam is a word. Uh, is there any other word that would fit here? I don't think so. So gleam meaning shine, or glean meaning to get out of. Coruscate. It coruscated, it gleamed. I gleaned, I coruscated. Huh. I might actually prefer gleam here. It's tough. I mean, it's crossed with a basically random string of letters here. But Amgen could be like America Gen, Mgen, Amgen. Oh my God. Oh, wow, that was a quick second session, but Jesus, let's go ahead and not admire this puzzle. I'm sorry, but that is not an okay series of crosses. Like, I'm sorry, I've never heard of Amgen. I've never heard of Alcoa, and Gleam could be Glean. Um, Simple as that. Like, this is a word I've never heard of. That's well, whatever. And the NRA, like, why clue it as New Deal era if it's going to be crossed with a Sierra? Like, just clue it as something obvious, like, something to do with, gun lobbying or whatever. Oh, and it's such a shame because I think there's some parts of this puzzle which are actually like quite good. I think the long crosses are almost exclusively interesting. Float on air, rock climb, slot canyons is fun, Royal Palace, quantum leap, bunny slopes. Like these are these are great longer ones, but it's just completely ruined by these sort of inscrutable crosses. Like this Alcoa Amgen thing is just so rough. And that like that's one thing, but like then to throw the gleam on there with Coruscate, like just I don't know, like these there's no way to really fix it. But whatever, you can make it like one of a few different vowels and just make people guess. But throwing the gleam there on top of that, like just give it an easy clue. Like that's the part that I don't get. Is like this actually could have been solved with just better cluing or like easier cluing. I don't know. That's the thing for me. It's like if you're gonna do like a random three-letter acronym crossed with a weird word, um, just do this as like K Sarah Sarah, like why do it like this? And just clue this as something normal, and then this is a non-issue, and then just clue this as something clever related to Shining. Like, I I I don't know. Like it just seems like such preventable mistakes. Um, so yeah, I do really love some of the fill here too, which is the shame. Like I think this is like a 95% like 8 out of 10 puzzle, and then there's just that one bit that is like 1 out of 10. Yeah, I don't even know what to grade this. Like I think if you somehow knew Alcoa and Amgen, then like you probably loved this puzzle. Like you probably had a great time. Um, but if you were like me and didn't, then look, I think I was done with everything around the 20-minute mark. Um, and so I spent like over half of my time on like 3 squares. So yeah, I think overall, like in terms of my personal experience, this is like a 3 out of 10. But I can appreciate that there's a lot of good stuff in this puzzle. And I wouldn't think you're wrong if you thought this was an amazing puzzle or anything like that. But yeah, this was a rough one for me personally. So I'm going to give it the official for me rating of 3 out of 10. Um, but I understand that's a little unfair. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. It's been a streak of a few kind of rough puzzles, so hopefully the Saturday is nice and smooth. See you then.